is mighty sweet. Liberty sows its seed at Farpoint Farms.
Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Check this out. If you've been following my channel, and hopefully you have been, you'll know that about, I guess it's been 3-4 months ago now, ALLPOWERS sent me a massive battery pack solar charging station pretty much, and everything you see right here is actually being run off of that. I was using a 100 watt hard panel that I had left over from my last solar build, and that panel is charging that pack. Now, some days, like today, when I have all the lights on, a radio going, and some other stuff going, I exceed the 100 watts that is coming in. The good news is, I mean, the battery pack in that thing is so large that it's going to last for days, but if you want to be able to charge it quickly, you'll need to add more power. Well, guess what? This rather heavy little piece of machinery right here is a 400 watt solar array that you can hook up and run, you know, a variety of equipment with. You can run straight from it, and I'm going to put it on the floor here. We'll take a closer look, but you can also use it to power that pack, and that's exactly what I'm going to be using this one for. So let me pause the camera. I'm going to put this thing on a bench. I'll show you the back side of it where the cables and the adapters and everything are. Then we'll throw it outside, hook it up, and we will see just how much energy this thing is capable of producing on a fairly cloudy day, unfortunately, but I bet this thing does the trick. Let's do it. Okay, so as you can see, this thing is a beast. Solar panel, 37.4 volts at 400 watts. That is not chump change. Peak power, 400 watts plus or minus 5%. Honestly, I would say in playing with solar paneling myself, at least in my location, I get about 80% of rated capacity. So you can do the guess there. It still should be somewhere in the 300 mark. Open circuit voltage is 45 volts. That's significant. Short circuit is 11.5 amps. And maximum volts, 37.4. Maximum power current, 10 amp charge. Solar conversion rate, 19 to 22%. So this right here is actually a sealable bag. I'll try to flip it up. I'm just going to unzip that. And then we'll do this. Show you what all this thing has hidden in it. Okay. So I'll flip that down, and here's what we got. These are carabiners. You wouldn't want to go skydiving with them or anything like that, but what they're for is to strap it so if you're hooking it to the side of something, you have that ability. And then we have a variety. Get those carabiners. I'm just going to set those up on top here. We have our main power is this actual regular solar connections. That's what I have run outside right now, and you'll see it when we walk out there. That's what it's connected to. But they were kind enough to hook up and show you some extra doodads here. So this would be plug into this, and now you have an opportunity if you're using a smaller ALLPOWERS or a different brand, you know, Jackery or whatever brand you want to use. These are adapters. So the smaller one, the larger one, I had a Gear Tist or something like that use that. So it's cool they have that adapter. These things are like 20 bucks by themselves. Here's another one. I can't remember what the name of this connector is, but this is a very popular connector on solar chargers as well. And you can see, again, it's an extension cord that also converts this to this. So that's what we got there. I'll set those aside for right now. And the next thing, oh, well, we got a manual. I guess we'll go ahead and look at that. It's the AP-SP-037-BLA. And, well, let's see what it says here. Solar panels must be exposed to direct sunlight, avoiding any shelters like trees. Solar panels angled at 30 to 60 degrees. And so that's angling it towards the sun. Where I'm at is a problem. So down at the bottom where my house is, yes, I'm able to angle my solar panels in a way that they get the most amount of sunlight per day. Up here, I'm backed up to a very steep mountain. So actually laying them flat gives me the best solar charging from the experience that I've had up here. In natural and normal environment, it is normal to get 260 to 320 watts due to the angle and intensity of sunlight. So like I said, right in the 300 range. Right? And some people might be upset and say like, well, it says 400. It is. If you put it under perfect lighting conditions, if you're in Arizona in the middle of summer, I mean, you're probably going to get no problems, right? And then there's some warnings here. You can also add more panels. So you can get a connectors, add more panels in parallel and serial, which is cool. Like if you got 2 of these, would be probably the ideal for that pack that I have. Although 400 watts is going to work for me, no problem. All right, cool. Yeah, so it's got it in a couple languages, as you can see. That's all I really need to show you. I think the next thing to do here is put it out outside. Wait for the sun to be on it. It's a little early right now, but through the magic of video editing, it'll be sunny when you see this next. And we'll take a look and see what kind of charging we got going on out of this thing. Let's do it. All right, so let me show you what we got here. After you take the straps off, you kind of lay it out. You can see my cabling here. I'm going to pull it out as far as I can. We might get it out into the sun. Not all of it though, it looks like. Look at the size of this. 4 100-watt panels. I don't think I can drag it until they're all out. Oh, just barely. All right, let me get this out of the way. And there you go. Hopefully you can see that okay. Yeah, sure. Now on the back it has pieces that you can prop up to give it the angle that it needs to have. But I mean, that's nice. That's 5 panels, 400 watts altogether. And we're going to go inside and hook it up to the machine. And let's see. I mean, it's still a little bit in the clouds over there, so we're not probably going to get peak efficiency, but let's take a look and see what it gets. All right. Here we are back in here. I'm currently running a fan, so 45 watts is the draw. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and we'll see what she comes up to. It usually takes a second or two. Oh, I hear some clicking. 38, 253. So right away, even without angling, with clouds in the sky, we're getting 250 watts, about half the rated capacity. And I'm positive, that if the sun was shining fully right now, we'd be right at that 300 to 320 watt mark. Pretty awesome. Nice to have like a all-in-one solution. And that's pretty much what that's going to give you. If you were to buy this unit and that 400 watt panel, or if you wanted to actually buy 2 of them, you'd be able to run a lot of stuff endlessly. So if you're looking for like a cabin, a shed like this one, or off-grid setup, this is perfect. That 400 watts is definitely going to get you going. Well, I guess that'll do it for today, my friends. I'll leave a link where you can get this. And thanks to ALLPOWERS for sending it my way. Take care.